What if a single tool could revolutionize how you create content, reach customers, and grow your brand online? ChatGPT5 isn't just an upgrade from the last generation. It's a complete reimagining of how AI can power your online strategies. From personalized content creation to smarter SEO to handling customer service projects like a pro, this AI is setting a brand new standard. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly what makes ChatGPT5 a true game changer, how it stacks up against everything before it, and most importantly, how you can use it to get ahead of the competition. So, what is ChatGPT5 exactly? Well, it's ChatGPT running on OpenAI's newest flagship model, GPT-5. It's a unified system that automatically switches between a fast chatbot and a deeper thinking model, so it answers quickly when it can and thinks longer when it should. Compared to earlier releases like GPT-4o and the O series reasoning models, GPT-5 was introduced on August 7th and became the new default in ChatGPT for logged-in users. In practice, you'll see 4 modes in ChatGPT's picker: Auto, Instant, Thinking, and if you have the account, Pro. GPT-5 decides when to think based on your prompt and context. You can also force deeper reasoning or get a quick answer on demand. GPT-5 features state-of-the-art performance across coding, math, writing, health, and visual understanding. Fewer hallucinations and less sycophancy than prior models. OpenAI's launch, post, and system card report benchmark gains and lower factual error rates versus GPT-4o and O3. For creators and teams, GPT-5 is more reliable at following instructions and using tools end-to-end, whether that's browsing, analyzing files, or generating images, so it can actually carry out multi-step tasks with fewer hiccups. Under the hood, GPT-5 adds API controls like verbosity and minimal reasoning for speed, plus sizes from GPT-5 to GPT-5 Mini Nano, and a 400K total context for long projects. Availability depends on your plan, but GPT-5 is accessible across tiers with higher limits and extra options like GPT-5 Thinking and Pro on paid plans. ChatGPT's memory and other tools still work with GPT-5. Now let's hit the big things that make ChatGPT-5 a game changer. It is a unified system that answers fast for easy questions and automatically thinks longer on tougher ones. You'll even see options in the model picker: Auto, Instant, Thinking, and Pro, so you can force quick replies or deeper analysis on demand. GPT-5 significantly cuts factual errors and sycophancy versus earlier models. The system card shows lower hallucination rates on realistic fact-seeking tasks and less deceptive behavior when tools are missing or tasks are impossible. GPT-5 pushes multimodal much further, better at visual reasoning and interpreting images, diagrams, and charts, so brand, SEO, and analytics tasks get cleaner and faster. Under the hood, GPT-5 is much better at tool use. It can chain actions, recover from tool errors, and keep users updated during longer runs. For devs, there are new controls like reasoning effort with a minimal setting and verbosity to balance speed versus depth and control output length. Great for building repeatable workflows. GPT-5 can also switch into a deeper reasoning with a thinking context window up to 196,000 tokens on paid tiers. In the API, GPT-5 family models advertise up to 400,000 context for text and vision, useful for audits, content calendars, or knowledge bases. If you ship landing pages or internal tools, GPT-5 is a standout coding collaborator, stronger on real-world coding benchmarks and notably better at front-end generation and debugging than prior models. On the product side, you can personalize ChatGPT's style, see new study and voice modes, and even connect Gmail and Google Calendar for context-aware assistance. Handy for creators and marketers coordinating launches. And all the usual ChatGPT tools, web search, file and image analysis, data analysis, memory, image generation, work with GPT-5 so you can plan, produce, and iterate without hopping between apps. That combo, auto reasoning, stronger truthfulness, real tool use, and long context, adds up to a genuine edge for online strategy. Let's get concrete. Here's how people are using ChatGPT-5 today to level up online strategy. GPT-5 leveled up writing and instruction following so you can brief once and generate on-brand blog posts, emails, and social variants without micromanaging every prompt. It's designed to be more accurate than prior models, which matters when you're publishing at pace. If search visibility is your growth engine, note two shifts. First, GPT-5's stronger long context and tool use help with research packs, competitive analysis, outline, and refresh plans inside one chat. Second, AI-style results are changing how people discover content, so your strategy should target answer-style snippets, not just blue links. Tool use is a big deal. OpenAI reports GPT-5 reduces harmful or non-ideal responses in sensitive situations versus 4.0. Useful when your bot is the first line of contact. Inside ChatGPT, you can now connect Gmail, Google Calendar, and Google Contacts. With GPT-5, ChatGPT can automatically reference those sources in a chat, drafting replies with context, finding the right thread, or proposing time slots so campaign coordination and sales follow-ups move faster. Multimodal gains mean ChatGPT can interpret charts, slides, or diagram screenshots more reliably. And its long context, up to 400,000 tokens in the API, let it digest full research docs, briefs, and data dictionaries without losing the plot. For teams that build, GPT-5 is notably strong at front-end generation, and testers preferred its UI output over prior reasoning models. That turns idea to working page into a same-day workflow for launches and A/B tests. Bottom line, fewer handoffs, more done in one place, and a safer, smarter default model powering it. So why does adopting ChatGPT-5 early actually move the needle? GPT-5 combines a fast default with a deeper reasoning model and routes between them, so you get quick outputs for routine tasks and deliberate thinking for hard ones. Search is changing. AI summaries are taking more real estate, which means answer-first content and rapid refresh cycles beat slow, long-form only plays. Independent tracking shows AI overviews gained share through early 2025, appearing for 10 to 13% of US queries in several datasets. Generative AI has already boosted frontline productivity. A large-scale study found 14% gains for support agents, with the biggest lift for less experienced reps. Pair that with GPT-5's native routing and upcoming use of the thinking model for sensitive chats, and you get smoother escalations and better outcomes. OpenAI reports GPT-5 reduces non-ideal responses in mental health sensitive moments versus GPT-4.0 and introduces safe completions training to keep answers helpful within policy boundaries.
So, there's this question of like, if you ask ChatGPT to help you build a bomb, should it do that? And there's educational value in that. There's other ways to learn that. You could be trying to learn it for a good reason. But if you're actually like, I'm going to go try to really damage someone, obviously we don't want ChatGPT to enable you to do, cause like grievous harm in the world in a way that you couldn't without it. But a new thing that GPT-5 does is try to be smarter and help you with parts of a question that might be okay, and then not help you with parts that could be used for significant harm. This is an evolving area. Like, the calls here are difficult. There's like a lot of principles sound easy in theory, and then there's like a lot of edge cases. But as AI becomes very capable, society is really going to have to wrestle with these questions of, we want to bring the tremendous value and enable people to do things they never could before. And then the amount of power and capability that brings people, we don't want to enable really serious misuse.
Analysts and reporters know GPT-5 is strong, but not a clean sweep across every benchmark. So the edge comes from how you operationalize it: workflows, prompts, and tool chains. ChatGPT-5 gives you speed, reliability, and safer automation right now. If you operationalize it before your competitors do, that advantage compounds. GPT-5 is powerful, but not magic. OpenAI reports fewer hallucinations and less deceptive behavior than prior models, which is great. But the system card still dedicates an appendix to hallucinations. Translation: you still need source checks and human review for anything that ships. ChatGPT routes between a fast model and a deeper thinking model. That means two things. A, the same prompt can take longer or think deeper depending on context. And B, once you hit usage limits, ChatGPT may fall back to a mini model, which can change quality. OpenAI deliberately tunes safety for high recall, catching more risky cases, even if that means false positives. Practically, you'll sometimes see refusals on legitimate tasks in sensitive domains. OpenAI's published evaluations mainly compare GPT-5 to OpenAI's own prior models, like o3 and 4o. Don't assume superiority over every competitor without your own tests. Long context helps, but it's not infinite. OpenAI lists 400,000 context and 128,000 max output tokens for GPT-5 family models. And API usage adds up. GPT-5 and its sizes have different input and output token prices. Pro tip: chunk large documents, summarize first, cache inputs, and cap output length. Thinking in pro modes deliver better accuracy on tough tasks, but they take longer. For live workflows, decide where speed versus depth actually pays. Chats are saved until you delete them. Deletions are scheduled for permanent removal within 30 days. You control whether chats train models via the data controls. Business enterprise workspaces don't use your workspace data to train by default. Connectors data also isn't used for training for business, enterprise, or education. Because the router is continually trained on real signals and model updates roll out, behavior can shift. Lock prompts, save exemplars, and retest after updates. To summarize, GPT-5 reduces failure modes, not erase them. Pair it with guardrails, clear prompts, and human checkpoints, and you'll get the upside without surprises. If this helped you see how ChatGPT can level up your online strategy, drop a comment with the first workflow you're gonna automate, and share this with one person on your team who needs this edge. Hit like if you found this valuable and ring the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. And before you subscribe, make sure you know what you're doing, because it ain't easy being at the top. I'll see you guys next time.